have a spot where you know there's a cop that sits there? You kind of had that oh crap moment. You were speeding, you saw him, he didn't catch you. And so every time you go back there, you always slow down a little bit. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not, but you're always cautious about that area when driving. Well, that's what we need to know about stocks. Where do we need to be cautious? Where do we need to go full throttle? So when I say things like this, giving me a double top picture, it doesn't seem natural. To me, an Elliott wave would look more proper like this. Leg 1 into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5 completion. Then you have your A leg back down, B leg retracement with a long C leg to match the A leg. So to me, this pattern is all wrong. Not that it couldn't happen. There are double tops, double bottoms. I get it. But at the core of the Elliott wave pattern, it's commonly a head and shoulders pattern that turns. So like this pattern, they're calling a fake double top. Well, to me, you're in a leg 5 into resistance. Then you're in a consolidation flag pattern, only to then continue on with a leg 3 or leg 5 of the Elliott wave. So it's not really a fake out. But if we keep trading double tops and double bottoms, then we're faking ourselves out. The reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to preserve your capital. If you're taking double top trades, you're going to lose quite a bit and you're going to get really frustrated. Head and shoulders pattern has a much better success rate because it falls naturally with the Elliott wave ABCD pattern. So wait for the fall, then the retracement back up into the shoulder before getting into the downside. I know it's tempting to take that double top because we see it quite a bit, right? Hits that resistance level, starts to fall off, gets us all excited. Oh, double top works, double top works. Really to only find out that it's basically a cup and handle getting ready to go back to the upside. That's why I love range boxes, because once you break out, doesn't that look like a perfect range box? Price comes back down into that resistance, pulls back, giving you a great place to enter long. Range box up, take some profits. I learned in business, life, marriage, if you go with the natural progression of the flow. I mean, just imagine if you were to take your car and turn it around and try to go against the interstate, especially in rush hour, you'd be honked at, you'd be called fool and different names. So then why do we do that with trading? We try to do something that is not the natural progression of impulse wave, consolidation wave, impulse wave, consolidation wave. The more we can train our mind to catch that impulse wave coming out of a correction, we will make much better profits. And it will give us the insight to see where our targets are. Now, don't just blindly trade what I'm about to tell you, but if you see there's 1, 2, 3, and that represents the high side of the channel. Or you have 1, 2, 3, and that represents the low side of the channel on an Elliott wave. On an ABCD pattern, you have the high, a lower high, which is 2 points. Then that should give you the breakout before entering into the trade long. You also have 2 on the lower side. Now, here's what I want you to be very careful of when you're making your channels, that you don't use these old lows from the up channel. Sometimes people will use this low here and they'll draw it across like this, or they'll make it too deep, drawing it across like this. Wait for it to clearly break these lows before looking at the support level on a pullback. All right, so here we are. Doesn't matter what chart. You have a high, lower high. Once it breaks above that, it puts you into leg 1. Pullback leg 2, next high leg 3, pull back leg 4, next high leg 5. Now remember what we did last time. We just said there's 3 highs, then the Elliott wave will be over and go into an ABCD pattern. Same chart, breaks above, high number 1, high number 2, high number 3, goes into an ABCD pattern. Breaks below our support level, giving us from the A to B, goes up, B to C, comes down, C to D. If you use those two as a support, duplicate that diagonal line up. Old resistance becomes new support. Once you catch the Elliott wave and you see the 3 tops, you see the 3 bottoms, you see the break of the bottom, you see the 2 support levels on the pullback, you see the 2 high sides of the resistance breakout on the ABCD pattern, it becomes so repetitive for you that you can look at any chart, any time frame and say, we're moving down, we're moving up, we're pulling back. What I want you to do is I want you to test this theory. Go back in and start marking up all of your charts. Look for the 3 tops. Look for the 3 bottoms. Look for the 2 bottom pullbacks. Look for the breakouts. Start counting your high side resistance levels. Start counting the channel lows. Let's see how good you can get by drawing the lines that you can look at a chart and you don't even have to draw lines. You can automatically click it off. Ring that bell for more.